Weirdly, there's been a lot of news outlets talking about how Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to have co-op mode. And I don't know if they're just talking about the rumors and sort of the Bonnie and Clyde-esque story, but this would be something that Rockstar hasn't really done since GTA San Andreas. And you would think this would be a really good opportunity to do that, although they didn't do it in Grand Theft Auto 5 when there was 3 protagonists, although that's a little bit more awkward having 3 people available at the same time. Although we see that in multiplayer, I don't really know. But either way, the discussion for Grand Theft Auto 6 to have co-op is an interesting one, that's for sure. And it's kind of made me think about the ending of the game, too. What do you think the ending is ultimately going to look like? Is it going to end with Jason and Lucia rekindling their love, or a romance with a massive pile of cash and money after successfully heisting their way around Vice City? Is it going to end with both of them being killed at the hands of the law, although I'm not sure what would happen and who you would play as at the end of the story? Or is it going to be that one of them ultimately ends up betraying or killing one of the other, and you have to choose which character to play at the end of the story? That would certainly be interesting. Or is it going to end with both of them incarcerated, being sent back to jail? Again, I don't know how that would work, because then who would you play as at the end of the story? There's so many different things that could play out here. What if they have like a son or a daughter together? Then you would just play as that one. Who really knows? But that was sort of the interesting discussion that was going on, and it got me going back, sort of looking at the footage. And one of the things I continue to see to this day is people talking about how the graphics of GTA 6 don't look good and the characters look awkward and clunky. And we need to remember that this is early alpha development footage. And one of the things I think was lost when the GTA 6 leaks came out is a lot of game developers started showing their early access pre-alpha beta footage of what their titles actually looked like, so that they could support the Rockstar Games developers, but also to remind us that games don't look good when they're being developed. So what I want to do in this video today is take a look at some of those developers that chose to show off their titles. It's actually pretty cool how we can compare what GTA 6's beta and alpha looks like to other video games. So of course this would be way better if I was actually able to show you the footage of Grand Theft Auto 6 that came out in the September 2022 leaks. It's all over the internet though. I'm sure you're able to find it, and I'm sure you've seen what it looks like before. So this first clip I want to show you is actually from Uncharted, and what's cool is they sort of interlace what the real footage looks like into it as well, which gives you a really good idea of the final product versus like the pre-alpha beta build. Take a look at this right here.
Damn it! We gotta shake that truck!
Working on it!
Well, just keep heading down!
Hang on! Coming through!
Oh, this was really a great idea, Nate.
Do you want to drive?
So you can see there in the beta footage, everything is pretty much as bare bones as it gets. A ton of little polygon structures. And then, of course, in the final product, there's all the details and all the things that looks like a real video game. The next footage I want to show you comes from Control, which is a game that I think literally won awards for its graphics. I just want to show you some clips of it right now, and you can see how rudimentary it works, and even some funny things like writing on boxes that say like "throw me" and whatnot. So you can see very early on in the development process. This next clip I want to show you guys right now comes from The Last of Us. It's a short one, but again, it shows you how little detail there is in the game, really, other than the main character Joel. And that is one thing we noticed in the GTA 6 leaks, that obviously Jason and Lucia, our main characters, probably had the most detail. But take a look at this footage right here. And a few more examples I want to touch on. I wasn't able to find video footage of them, but there have been screenshots that are shared. Here is Destiny, which is one of the most popular games of all time. Look how simple the user interface looks here, whether it's the amount of health or ammo you have, or in the bottom left-hand corner, some of your special abilities. Those don't look very good at all, much less the world, which has all these different like checkerboard backgrounds on them. That's something we also saw in the GTA 6 leaks, lots of footage where you saw stuff like that. This is all developer stuff, and this is meant to be seen in early stuff like this. I mean, it just looks so bare bones. I thought that was a good example. This one might be my most favorite example, though. It's Horizon Zero Dawn. Look at the creature. It almost looks like a Lego with all the different like bright colored red, orange, blues, and greens, highlighting sort of all the different parts of the monster before it's actually put on there. So that just looks absolutely hilarious. And if you saw something like this, you'd say, okay, there's no way this is the final product. And that's what we're seeing in Grand Theft Auto 6. You can just look at a lot of this and say, it's clearly not the final product. And you might not have seen a lot of these examples because if you're a big fan of GTA and Rockstar, you are obviously probably focused on all the little nuggets and details and info that could be gathered from the leaks themselves. But it just goes to show you the graphics are one thing we're not going to have to worry about. Number one, obviously, that is way early alpha, pre-beta development footage. We also know the game is going to be made for the most powerful systems, obviously, of course, PC and the latest consoles, PlayStation 5 and probably a Pro version, Xbox Series X and S and probably a Pro version of both of those. So the game is going to look just fine. I don't think that's something we have to worry about, but this is a interesting comparison of what video games look like before they become the video games that we actually get our hands on. To give you my personal opinion, I actually thought the game looked great, even for that early access, early development footage. I mean, if you look at other Rockstar titles, when GTA 5 was in early development, I mean, the graphics looked like San Andreas. So they were not great at all. So I think we just have to trust the process, have a little bit of faith, as Dutch Vanderlyn likes to say here in Rockstar Games, and I think everything will be just fine. But anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Let me know what you think of what GTA 6's early footage looks like versus some other video games, and are you worried about the graphics of GTA 6? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.